Do you want to see a magic trick?
Abracadabra, these bitches know I got answers. The way I pose for the cameras, they be like, whoa.
Before the celebration begins, let's first understand the place where this day is happening. Ellie attends Great Hearts Charter Schools, a public charter school system built around the idea of classical education. Great Hearts was founded in the early 2000s, with a mission that felt uncommon even then. Instead of chasing trends, the schools looked backward in time. They believed that the best education comes from the ideas that have shaped civilization for centuries. Today, Great Hearts operates schools across multiple states, with a strong presence in Arizona. Ellie's school, Great Hearts Anthem, is part of that growing classical tradition. One of the first things families notice is the school uniform. For many parents, the uniform is not just clothing. It represents simplicity, focus, and equality in the classroom. Without fashion competition, children focus more on learning and less on comparison. Another defining feature is the curriculum. Great Hearts follows a classical education model centered on great books, logic, and thoughtful discussion. Even at a young age, students are introduced to Latin, a language that forms the foundation of many modern languages. Latin is not taught to speak casually. It is taught to train the mind. Through Latin, students learn structure, grammar, and the roots of words they will encounter for the rest of their lives. This approach believes that children are capable of deep thinking when given the right tools. Today, the school looks a little different. Classrooms open up, hallways filled with colour, music, and voices from around the world. It is International Day. Families come together to share cultures, traditions, languages, and stories. Inside the school, tables are set up with displays from different countries. Flags, traditional clothing, artifacts, and handmade crafts. Children move from table to table, asking questions, listening, and discovering how big the world really is. This fits naturally with classical education. To study history is to study humanity, and humanity has always been diverse. Ellie walks through the displays, curious and observant. She may not know every country name. She may not remember every detail, but she notices differences and similarities. Different foods, different clothing, different languages, but the same excitement, the same pride. International Day is not about memorizing facts. It is about planting curiosity, teaching children that the world is larger than their own experience. In a school that studies ancient civilizations, this day connects the past to the present. It reminds students that history is not distant. It lives in people, families, and traditions carried forward. As the event comes to an end, the school slowly returns to its usual rhythm. Uniforms again fill the hallways, books return to desks, but something stays behind. A wider view of the world. Ellie may not remember this day clearly years from now, but she will remember the feeling of belonging to something thoughtful, curious, and deeply human. Sometimes, education is not just what children learn. It is the values they grow up surrounded by. And today, Ellie learned that the world is wide and worth understanding.